Post October 7th, we found an overwhelming pro-Israeli bias and narrative across all UK media outlets, a lack of context in terms of what the war is actually about, and that it's a 76-year, conflict of occupation. The kind of language that was being used, we found that emotive language was very much being used towards Israeli victims as opposed to Palestinian victims. And that continues now as well to, very much refer to when Israelis are victims as it being brutal or barbaric or, a slaughter or horrific, etc. A lack of a willingness to use such emotive terms when it comes to Palestinian casualties and deaths. And also a tendency to emphasize Israelis as being the victims. We found that they were referred to as victims 11 times more than Palestinians within the first month of the coverage. In America, there's been studies looking at the American coverage. The conclusions are quite similar, whether that's to do with the use of language or, how the war has been framed. So I think we can broadly say that the Western media, by and large, has approached it from a pro-Israeli perspective. I think things have changed, although we still see there's examples when a Palestinian person is brought on and they're being questioned. At the end of the interview, the presenter will be very, very diligent in saying, well, the Israelis would reject this, and this is the Israeli position. So they're very, very conscious of presenting the Israeli perspective, and yet we don't find that when there's a pro-Israeli spokesperson on. Language, platforming, lack of challenge, context framing. I think they're ongoing issues.